Hello, everyone, and welcome to Math 1314 for the Mini-Master. My name's Terry Barnes, and I will be with you, helping you through this very quick journey. So I wanted to take this little short video to show you how the course is set up and what the expectations are. So if you've done Pearson My Math Lab before, this is a little different because it's going to all be in Brightspace. And so the very first thing I want you to note is that to set up your Pearson account, you're going to click right up here on the homework test button. And when you go in that way, you should be able to set up your account, so to speak. And so you'll always come to Brightspace, and this is where you'll go, and it'll take you into My Math Lab from here. So the next thing that I just wanted to show you that's how you're going to get started. And then I want to go over the content, which is here. So let's go through a little bit of this, not too much. Let's just see what we can do. So the syllabus is here, and it's in two pieces because it did not get merged quite right. So let's look at this part and see what's there that we might need to know. We're not going to go over everything, but here is my contact information. There's my email. Here's my phone number. I'm certainly not on campus over the break, but if you called and left a voicemail, it's going to convert to an email, and I would get that message anyway. Required text and materials. We're doing this inclusive access, so you did not have to purchase a book, but you do need a graphing calculator. I teach and show the TI 8384. If you have a different calculator and are familiar with it and can do what we're supposed to do with it, then you are welcome to use that. Let's skip through some of this. You should go back and read this. There's a calendar, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about grading. So there's a homework assignment for each section covered, and that is 30% of your total average, 30%. You can do the homework as many times as you want to try and get 100. And this says once the due date passes, but for you, the due date is the end of the course. So there is no reason not to have 100 on your homework. You can just continue to do them. Tests, there will be 6 tests, and that will count 50% of your final average. Before you can open the test, you have to have passed all the homework, meaning you have to have at least a 70 on each homework item or the test won't open. Final exam is cumulative, and it will count 20% of your final average. So that's just about how the course grades will go. Let's go down here to attendance. Here's the basic MCC attendance policy, and you can get all the campus rules there. For this online course, attendance is going to be based on participation. So you should have activity, meaning homework or test, in the course each day if possible. I don't typically drop people for attendance reasons when we're only in class 15 to 17 days. But if you're not doing anything for 3 or 4 days, I'm going to have an email conversation with you. So let's try to do something every day. You'll need to do that in order to finish everything on time. So that is the first one. Let's see if we can go back and get the second part. Let me get this one. This is just campus resources and things, and so there's a lot of information here. Be sure you go through and read this. Accommodations are there. Title IX is here. So there's information that's important, but we're not going to spend time talking about that right now. So let's go back. All right, so we've looked at the syllabus. My contact info is here. I've already shown you that once, but you have it here anytime you need it. Handouts. There are 2 handouts here. One is called the yellow packet. In my face-to-face classes, I print this and hand it out to students, and it is on yellow paper. It has formulas and models and information, and it goes sort of in the order of your course. I may refer to it in my lecture video, but it is really worthwhile to go ahead and print this and have it available for you as you go through the course. There's some calculator hints, special functions, additional help on the 84, regression notes. There's just a wealth of information that you should have available. So I would print that and have it with me. Let's let's go back to that. Then this button says calculator help. So the first thing is that there is a page that says phone apps for the calculator. So if you have an Android phone, this is a really good app. It's free and it's an exact replica of the TI calculator. If you have an iPhone, Calc 83, I believe is the name. I don't have an iPhone. I have the other one. But it's pretty good. And it used to cost $5.99. I don't know if it does now. Like I said, I don't have an iPhone. So I just know that from my sister. She uses it and said it was a good replica. So let's go back. And calculator worksheet and videos. So if you are familiar with the calculator, you may not need any of these worksheets. But if you're not, there are a lot of worksheets here. How to find, if you're given y, how can you find x? How do you solve an equation? How do you find the max or min? So those are worksheets. They're not to be turned in for grades. They're to help you. And then there is a video for each of those topics, and it's in my YouTube channel. And so you could watch the video and work on the worksheet for anything that you think you still need help on, because there will be a test on the calculator, and that's something you need to consider. It comes up pretty quickly. So calculator is right there. Let's go back to here. Okay. So I'm going to go back to where we would see that. All right, so those are the two things in handouts. When you get ready for getting ready for your final exam, there is right here, final exam review, and it is a PDF that you can just print, and it says study the following homework problems in preparation for the final. So that helps you just narrow down what you want to study. Okay? All right. So we have looked all the way through there. Now, if we go to my math lab, my lab math right here. Okay, you could go to the My Lab course home. You can go to the announcements there, but I will be putting announcements here. There's a math lab calendar, which really doesn't have anything to do because all of your information's due at the end. But these are really important. Problem sets. If we go to problem sets, here's chapter 1 and 2. And all of that is some blank problems that if you were in class, I would say bring those to class. So 1.3, there's some problems. All right. So we're good there. You could print that, and then we could go, oh, we went to the calculator. We don't want to go, I mean the calendar, we don't want to go there. Let's go back here and back in here. All right. So then we can go to lecture notes. We can also choose chapter 1 and 2. Here's chapter 1, section 1.3. And this is the notes that if you were in class, you would be taking these notes. This is what's covered in section 1.3. And then we get to those problems. That's that problem set we pulled up. But now they're worked and the answers are there. Some people could look at that and just get the information from there. But let's go back further. Let me go back further. I want to go here. Okay. So we've done that. We've looked at the lecture notes. Now there's videos. And this looks a little different. I really would rather go right back here so that you can see what it's going to look like on your page. So lecture videos. So if you click on lecture videos, there's a playlist for every chapter. If we click there, it's going to take you to YouTube. There's the section 1.3 video that's going to go over all that stuff we just looked at. So what I would suggest for handling the course is to print the problem set, review the lecture notes, perhaps with the video, and then you're ready to try the homework on 1.3. Do that for each section. Go through the video if you need it, look at the lecture notes, make sure you can do those, and then do the homework for each of these sections. Then, when you are ready to do your homework, you can click it easily here, and you can see everything in the course is right here. All of it is put out there. It's all due December 31st at 11:59. The first thing is the calculator test. You have 90 minutes to do that. You have an infinite number of tries. That means you can take it as many times as you want. The higher grade's going to stand. So if you already know the calculator, you might do that real quickly and see how you do. But if not, practice on those sheets and look at the videos and just practice before you take it. Here's your homeworks. And here's the chapter 1 and 2 exam. Note this little flag. It says you've got to pass all of those sections up there before it will open. You have 2 hours to do that test, and you have 2 tries. The higher one will count in your average. If you don't want to take it twice, you don't need to take it twice, that's fine. And you go on, and that's the way everything is set up. Now, chapter 5 is a little bit longer on material. So I've given you 150 minutes instead of 120. So you have an extra 30 minutes. Chapter 6 is very short. You have 90 minutes. Final exam, we're back to 150 minutes, but you only have 1 try on that. Okay? 1 try. And so you really need to study for that. Let's look at 1.3 and see what that homework looks like. So these should look like the lecture notes and the practice problems that you had done. If we go into the first question. So, can't see that very well. Let me go to another question. Yes. Okay, so my video is not getting that very well. I'm so sorry. But if you click in the box here to do some answers, I wanted you to see that you get these icons down here. So if you need a fraction, you need absolute value, ordered pair, and then you can hit more and you get all of these things where if you need, if you need infinity, it's in here somewhere. There it is. So if you click in the box, you can do that. There is question help here. You can view an example, but you will have already seen examples on my lecture notes. You may not need that. But if you need to ask me about this particular question, click on Ask My Instructor. That's the best way for me to help you. It will send me your exact question. Comes right to my email. You can type what you want in here. Ms. Barnes, I'm stuck. This is what I've tried. Here, this is where I'm struggling, whatever, and then send, and it comes right to me. So that's a really helpful tool. You could print the question here if you want. At any rate, so you can go through and work those. If you miss a question 3 times, then it's going to count it wrong, but you can do it again. You just say, give me a similar question. So there's no need. You can just keep going until you get the grade that you want. All right, let's close out of this. And we're going to go back. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to leave that. All right, so there's how you'll do that. You'll also access your tests there. The grade book is right here. And this one shows that I opened that. I tried a little bit of that question. It's when, I actually looked at this last night for something else. But it shows your overall score here. Right now, I would have a 3.7 if I finished. There are 30 homeworks, 1 quiz. This is the final exam, and there are 6 tests. It will if it doesn't show your score, It might come up just like that, but you can just click there and it'll pop up and show you your overall score. And so your grades are always updated completely. All right, let's go back here. You can check your attendance right here. You can go in and see your attendance. So I think that is all of that. There was one other thing. Under the calculator help, when you get ready to try the exam, here is a review for that exam. It's paper, and here's a review video of me working through that review. So I would suggest doing that. It's under handouts and under the calculator help. And then also in here, if you have an Inspire, there are some really good documents that I've created for helping you with the Inspire. So under handouts, calculator help, there's some real good information. So I think that will get you going. Don't hesitate to to email me. If we needed to set up a Zoom, we can do that. But I am here for you, and I'll be checking in with you pretty often.